It's your boy Lance. We here gonna give you the top 10 draft picks for 2026 NBA draft.
Let's go.
Who would Lance pick? Why would I pick him? If I was a GM of these teams, what would I be looking at? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you know the rules, why you acting so confused? Can't believe everything you see up on the news. Gotta pay your dues, gotta play it cool. Man, I wouldn't be in debt if it wasn't for school.
We're gonna start from number 10. Portland Trail Blazers. Good team. Played against the Spurs in the first round, lost. And I want y'all to understand, next season is gonna be really crazy. My favorite player coming back, Dame Lillard. Mr. Dame Lillard. You know he is him. Scoot Henderson, he done got better and better and better. He proved himself this first round. He really just proved himself the whole entire season. Drew Holiday coming back. I know he gonna be extra motivated to play with Dame Lillard, and then he can just do his job, play defense, make important buckets. Sharp, he had a little injury towards the end of the season. They have a nice team. And you can't forget they new superstar, Denny the white guy.
That's my favorite white boy.
He's a dog. He played like James Harden, like with speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can shoot. He know how to get to the foul line. He got that A.R. Reeves type game where he know how to get the fouls. But what are they missing? Let's talk about it. A power forward. Jeremy Grant underperformed. I really feel like he hit his ceiling. They had high expectations for Jeremy Grant. We know he's athletic. We know he can run the floor and shoot, but he just didn't show up this season.
With the 10th pick,
the Portland Trail Blazers select Yaxel Lindenborg. Why would you not? He's elite. He done been to 3 to 4 different colleges. And by his senior year, he won an NCAA championship. Brody averaged this season 15 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, and to be honest, he was shooting 82% from the free throw line. That's pretty good for his size. 37% from the 3-point, 51% field goal. See, if I draft him as a Blazer, and I'm the GM, I'm drafting a player who's already ready to get plugged in. He already comprehends how to win. He's elite. He can run the floor. He can rebound. He can dive on the floor. He's a dog. That's all the Blazers was missing. A veteran power forward. So why not draft a veteran? Draft this player who's been in the NCAA for many years, who know how to win. And you just seen it with your own eyes. He was the leader of that team. Want the number 9 draft pick.
Dallas is on the clock.
Mavericks. They traded Luka for Anthony Davis. They went to the championship 2 years ago. Kyrie Irving's injured. They drafted this superstar named Cooper Flagg from Duke University. Cooper Flagg has shown to be everything they expected him to be. Rookie of the year. They got a squad. Let's just be honest. Kyrie comes back next year. PJ Washington, a veteran now. Najee Marshall, one of my favorite underrated players. He knows how to get the ball in the bucket. Brandon Williams, baby Kyrie, balling. They got Mr. Him, Klay Thompson. You know he's coming back with vengeance. He just broke up with his baby. My dude about the ball. Max Christie, we know he can go get a bucket. Derek Lively, he's going to be back next season. Daniel Gafford. They got a point guard on this team. Somebody who can start, come off the bench, but really play a real point guard. Ryan Nembhard.
Nice.
AJ Johnson. I don't know if he's going to fully play the whole season, but one thing I do know about Brody is that he know how to score. So, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, what do I need? A power forward. They need a power forward. They need a power forward who can really score. If you ever notice about the Mavericks, they're a very dynamic team. Even with a short roster, they can still put up 130, 140 points any given night. They just go out there and hoop. They got real life hoopers. So if I'm them,
with the 9th pick,
the Dallas Mavericks select Kareem Lopez out of Mexico. Brody is elite. I had to look at his highlight tape. I was like, let me see how his highlights look, and then let me see how he plays in real life games. What I noticed about Brody is that he know how to find cracks.
Pause.
In the offense. So he's not your typical post back down player. He don't require all that. You got all these good players. He need to know how to find his spots. He need to learn how to cut when off the ball. He dunks everything. He don't got bounce, but he can dunk. Like, you ever see the person just do enough to just He got like a Batum form. The way he catch the basketball and just And then it's like he runs the floor. But on the defensive end, he's actually a great shot blocker. To put him around Cooper Flag, to put him around Kyrie Irving and all these elite guards, then you got some bona fide centers. He can really play his position. With the number 8 draft picks, the Atlanta Hawks are on the board. They had the best record after All-Star break. They got top 10 offense in the NBA. They made some great trades. They traded Trey Young. They ended up receiving CJ McCollum, who balled out. We seen that he can be clutch in the playoffs and clutch during the end of the season. Jalen Johnson, he is the new Jason Tatum of the league. But the thing about him, he can do triple doubles any given night. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he's starting to hoop like his cousin. I knew he had it, but I didn't know he had it like this. Like, Brody is elite. He can shoot with his right, left, threes. Dyson Daniels, he has proven that he's willing to be a dog for this team. He need to practice on his shot on the off season though. If he want to see them win, like, we already know he's elite at defense, on ball defense, but he has to figure out, how can I score better? Jonathan Kuminga, he's gonna have a way better season next year. And it's another player on the Hawks I really like. But Brody is elite. He can stretch the offense by shooting threes. The thing about him, I feel like they got him playing center, and he's really not a center. He's more of a power forward, but he can play center. Now, when they played against the Knicks, we saw their weakness. They didn't have nobody for Cat. They didn't have nobody to rebound. They didn't have nobody to fill in the paint. They didn't have no type of bullies in the paint. That's what they lack. If I'm Atlanta Hawks,
with the 8th pick,
I am selecting Haynes Stuyvesant out of Washington. Brody is good. Like, I think this is a little far reach. I was thinking about the Michigan center, but then I looked up stats. I thought about the play and everything, and I'm like, Brody is a big body, but Brody is not meant for the Hawks. This player right here, Haynes, is meant for the Hawks. He averaged 18.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Like, I had to even get even more detail. I had to watch his highlight tapes. I had to watch some real games. I was like, let me just really see how good Brody is. Brody is really good. One game on March 4th against USC. I don't know if that's saying a lot because USC is not the best team. He had 22 points, 24 rebounds. You can't beat that. If you ever look at all his stats, he averages over 11 rebounds. He's like a guaranteed over 11 rebounds type of player. He had 16 rebounds against Wisconsin in their last loss. The game before that, he had 11 rebounds. The game before that, he had 13, then 24, then 11. And that's what they need. They need somebody on that rebounding tip. They need somebody who know how to get to the hole. They also need a player who's not like a boxy player, a player who can run the floor, a player who can play their style of basketball. So with the number 8 draft picks, the Atlanta Hawks select Haynes Stuyvesant out of Washington. With the number 7 draft pick, Sacramento Kings. Now this one was a little challenging for me. I had to really think this one out. I had to really think about the history of the Sacramento Kings, what they draft. I even looked at their salary cap. Their salary cap is crazy. They overpaying a lot of players right now, and I don't even really want to talk about it, but it's really crazy for the players that they playing and they not showing up, not making the playoffs, not even like top 10 in the Western Conference, and they in California. Okay, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Andre Hunter, which is a good addition for them. Like, for them, that's a good addition. Malik Monk, still a solid player. Russell Westbrook, Sabonis, Keegan Murray. Now, out of all them names, the only 2 names that really stick out to me is DeAndre Hunter, because he's a good role player. Okay, Sabonis, he's just an elite player. I just want to see him get on a winning team, have them other additions to help him win. And Keegan Murray is probably the 3rd one. I should have said 3. But Keegan Murray, we see him break the rookie record for the most three-pointers made. And
in the season, and what's his name just crushed that this year. Khan. Keegan didn't have the best season last year, but he's still a good player. I'm calling it now. I know who they drafting. I know why they drafting, and I'm gonna tell you why before I tell you who. Okay? De'Aaron Fox. He probably was the best draft pick in the last 20 years that they drafted. That you can say like he was elite. They also drafted this player named Tyrese Halliburton. But they just did not know how to use either one of these players, especially Tyrese. That's why they let him go so early. They didn't even know if he was a point guard, two guard. As soon as he got traded, he went brazy. Okay? De'Aaron Fox, he tried, didn't work out. He requested a trade. What do you think the Kings gonna draft? I say a point guard.
And now with the 7th pick,
The Sacramento Kings select Kingston Flemings out of Houston. 6'2", height, 183 pounds, 6'3" wingspan. Bro is nice. The thing about Kingston, I got to see him play a lot of games. Bro is a motor. He's a motor. He got that Westbrook in him. And I can only imagine if he got to play on the side of Westbrook. Just imagine how more elite he would be. He would just be sitting there soaking. Like, Brody is nice. Like, I thought he was personally undersized, but after the combine, I seen that he was a bit taller than a lot of other point guards. We're not going to throw no names. I was actually shocked. And I got to see him during the combine. He made the most threes. So he really can shoot. He's fast. He's a dog. Anybody who played with Houston is a dog. And he was a freshman playing with these veteran collegiate players. With the number 6 draft pick, Brooklyn Nets on the clock. They need God. Point blank. I don't know who they should get.
Get some help.
I didn't know. I had to just keep thinking, research. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Their team is so discombobulated that it's hard to really pick who is the best fit for them. Now, I don't want to blame management. Management is just terrible. They just keep fumbling. They had the best big three on paper. Remember those? Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. They traded that up. They ended up getting Mikal Bridges. They had to let him go. They had Cam Thomas. He was a number 1 scoring player. He left. I don't know what to say. Crickets. They was 30 overall in the NBA in offense. They averaged 97 points. 25th overall in the NBA. That is terrible. We are in a era where points on the board is a requirement unless you have this elite defense where it's just like other teams can't score and you can't score either. But you have to average at least 110 points to be elite nowadays. Okay? So,
with the 6th pick,
the Brooklyn Nets, I draft Keaton Wagler out of Illinois. 6'7" guard with strong shooting and passing skills. He has that I want to get a bucket attitude. And I think that's what the Nets always look for, and that's what they need. Leadership wise, I got to see that last game that they had lost. Brody wanted. You know, he really wanted. He do got a skill set. He know how to get to the paint. He know how to get to the mid-range. He know how to shoot threes. I'm not going to say his defense is elite. He has good enough defense to get by. I feel like this would be the best fit for the Nets. But they will have to treat him like Cooper Flag. They will have to allow him to go out there and just get his rocks off and just shoot the basketball, try to become Rookie of the Year, boost his ego, learn how to score, be a dog. But think about them, they do have Michael Porter Jr. He requires a lot. But at the same time, it's a lot of possessions, enough possessions for a lot of people to get shots off. At number 5, the Los Angeles Clippers are on the clock. They lucked up by getting this one from the Indiana Pacers. Let's talk about their team. They are stacked. They have a great coach, Tyronn Lue. I'm a fan of Tyronn Lue. I think he's one of the most elite coaches in the NBA. I know his rings don't really show, but if you just see his schemes, how he put teams together, he's a player coach. Point guard, they got Darius Garland. Benedict Mathurin, the best addition. I am such a huge fan of Brody. He got dog in him. He know how to play the game. He know how to play elite defense. He know how to go get a bucket. Kobe Bryant attitude, all-star written all over him. They got, not a huge fan of this player, but you know a lot of people are. They got Bradley Beal. They got Bogdan Bogdanovic. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but Brogdon is actually an elite player also. Chris Dunn, who done renovated his whole basketball style, and he's elite. Like, he's a winner. He got winner mentality. He got the GOAT, Kawhi Leonard. John Collins, Derrick Jones Jr., old Brook Lopez. So, what do they need? In my personal opinion, they need another power forward also.
With the 5th pick,
The Los Angeles Clippers select Caleb Wilson out of UNC, North Carolina. The North Carolina. Caleb Wilson is elite. 19.8 points, 9.4 rebounds. Solid free throw shooter for his size. Around like 6'10". After the combine, we was able to see how elite he is. Now, if you think about it, before he got injured, they ran the offense through Brody. Brody just has those skill sets. He's a guaranteed 20-point scorer, to be honest with you. Like, his point per average went down, especially after that injury game when he only scored 12. But he's guaranteeing you 20 points, like, with ease. And if you see the way he scores like Kevin Garnett. He got this dog.
Hell no! Trash ass nigga.
He got that whole vibe to himself. He can rebound. He's definitely a great shot blocker. Like, he got that NBA body prototype to say, like, let's throw him on the floor, let's run the floor, let's get some easy buckets. Like, he got that in him. And to know that he played with UNC, and it's like certain schools that players go to that you say, like, he's equipped to go to the NBA and play with these particular teams, like Duke players, UNC players, especially the standouts. So I like Caleb Williams a lot. We back on the clock with it, with the number 4 draft picks. We got the Chicago Bulls. Craziest thing about the Chicago Bulls is that they get the 4th and the 15th draft pick. They gotta really dissect and see what do they need on their team. This team has been broken down a little bit. They let Kobe White go. They let their center go to Boston Celtics. They also let the small forward go to the Wolves. I can't think of his name right now. So right now they have Trey Jones at the point guard. Anthony Simmons. Now, Anthony Simmons hurting my feelings because I had some high expectations for him, even when he was in Portland. Then when he went to Boston, I got even more hyped up. He didn't show up, and we're not gonna blame coaching. He just didn't show up. Like, he got his PT. He just was inconsistent. Maybe he just wasn't prepped to play with a winning organization like that. He was so used to playing with Portland, where he can have his way and touch the basketball a lot. They got Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey is elite. Josh Giddey is a potential all-star, superstar player. Colin Sexton, we know he's a dog. He didn't work out with the Hornets, but he's good. And they got the boy Mattis. Brody, he dunked like he black. That's all I'm going to say. He dunked the basketball like he black. Don't ask me what that means. Y'all know what that means. So, if I'm the Chicago Bulls, I'm selecting one of the best choices on the board. I don't know if he's honestly going to be available at the number 4 spot, but if he is available, because it fits their team the most,
with the 4th pick,
the Chicago Bulls select Cameron Boozer out of Duke University.
Go, go, go!
Cameron Boozer is elite. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 55% field goal shooting. He showed up almost every game the entire season, through every win and every loss. I think he probably had just one mediocre game. But if you look at the stats, you look at his play, he can shoot the 3, he can get to the whole mid-range free throw line, and he plays defense. The thing I like most about him is that He's in tune to the game. He possesses leadership qualities. He's just so locked in the game of basketball. It's like you can tell he's been playing high-level basketball his whole entire life. Like he's just locked in. And those are players. If I'm a manager, or those are players I want as a GM and as a coach. I want a player that I can teach. I also want a player who understands that the more I lock in, the more I study this game, the better I can be for my team. So Cameron Boozer, yes, you are elite. With the number 3 draft pick, Memphis Grizzlies select.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
They have the 3rd and the 16th draft pick. They have to draft wisely. They get 2 good draft picks. Currently, they have Ja Morant. I don't think he's happy. I don't know if they're going to trade him during the draft. I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to keep him. But we know what Ja Morant can do. We know how elite he can be. We just don't know how happy he is. Coming back from injury, they have Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., who has proved himself to be a dog, know how to go out there and get a bucket and play the game of basketball, elite. Cam Spencer's pretty solid. Cedric Coward. Brody is actually good. And I feel like he had a lot of garbage minutes just because the Memphis Grizzlies wasn't good this season. So, it's always good for a player to get a lot of play time and get a lot of experience against good teams. Jalen Wells, he is good. He had a bad injury a couple years ago, but he came back. He can shoot the basketball. He just need to play his role. And I'm not saying he doesn't, but he need that elite player so he can play his role even better, play defense, make open shots, get more open shots because he has a superstar on the team. There wasn't no Ja Morant, so he wasn't getting as many open shots. G.G. Jackson, Brody's young, athletic, he know how to play the game of basketball. And Zach Edey, he should be coming back healthy. Now, for the Memphis Grizzlies, we know they have a foundation of defense. When I think of Memphis Grizzlies, I think of like Tony Allen. Like I think of just gritty. That's just what I think of Memphis Grizzlies. I think of Dylan Brooks. What do you need if you're the Memphis Grizzlies? You need a scorer. But you need somebody who's really gonna put it all on the line. So,
And I'll die for this too.
With the 3rd pick,
2026 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Darius Acuff Jr. out of Arkansas. Yeah, John Calipari love Brody because Brody is elite. We seen him make plays every game. Brody for real buffed up, straight out of Detroit, Michigan. They say he's 6'3", but the NBA Combine say he around like 6'2", but it don't even matter. We got to see him play in real life. 23 points every game, 3 rebounds, because rebounds wasn't his calling for this team, but I know he can rebound. 6 assists, he makes good point guard decisions. He's not a guy who forces it. 48% shooting. I think that's elite to be a point guard, especially to be the main person on your team. If you see, he showed up in all his games. And the thing about him, he does, when he scores 28, 40 points, 30-some points, it's not a lot of effort. It's not a lot of effort. You done heard the stories about him telling Coach Calipari, I'm going to play, I don't care that I'm injured. That's what you need if you're a Memphis. That's what you need if you're a Memphis Grizzly owner. You want a player just like him. You want somebody who can fill the void of Ja Morant. And I'm not saying Ja Morant not him, but he's giving the energy he don't even want to be there no more. So let's think about how can we replace him. Let's think about a player who's so elite that's going to sell tickets. Let's think about a player who will go get her, bucket getter. It's him. Brody shot 44% from the 3-point. What? Let me say that again. 44%, and he black. Any a guard. Any a point guard. Any dribble the ball. Hey. Am I missing something? Help me out, please.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
It's tricky.
Oh my God! Wow!
The number 1 and number 2 draft picks. We all know who the top 2 draft picks. Let's act like we don't know. Let's not forget, this is what I would draft and why I would draft. It's not about what's honestly might not happen, might will happen. Hey.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen? But this is what I would choose.
with the 2nd pick,
The Utah Jazz select AJ
Dibansa.
Why? I think y'all all done heard the story. Went to high school in Utah. Went to college in Utah. He should play in the NBA in Utah. Sounds like he's devoted to the city and state. Let's think about Mr. Derrick Rose. He from Chicago. Guess who drafted him? Chicago. What happened? He put on for his city. Let's just see what AJ DeMonsa would do for them. We already know how elite he is. He's a new and improved T-Mac. Brody got post-up game. He got ISO game. He got mean hezzy. He's a bona fide scorer. 25 points, almost 7 rebounds, 3.7 assists. And the thing about his assists, Brody looked to pass though. He really do look to pass. He shoot 51% from the field goal range. Like, Brody is a dog. The last game of the season, he had 35 points, 10 rebounds. Like, where they do that at? Like, he for real, for real. He's for real, for real. He got a left hand, a right hand, a floater, a dunk, a 3-point, some defense, everything. So to be honest, I do think he's the best player in the draft. But I think it does really matter about who drafts a player. If I'm the Washington Wizards, I'm not drafting a player who don't want to come to my city. Like, it's just starting off a bad relationship. Okay? So this ain't even about let me draft the best player. It's about let me draft the best fit for our team. Somebody who wants to play. Somebody who can guarantee us something. Somebody who's going to put in effort, but still possesses the high level skills that we need. So with the number 2 draft pick, the Utah Jazz select AJ DeBonsa out of BYU. With the number 1 draft pick, the Washington Wizards on the clock. If I'm the Washington Wizards, with all the players that they had, Trae Young, they got Anthony Davis, them the new faces, those are superstars, those are proven players. They got all these whole list of individuals, right, who are really good, but they just been playing losing basketball. Those players are seasoned. Those players give it they all, know how to go out there, get buckets, know how to play competitively in a losing effort. Now, all they have to do is translate that to playing with like a superstar point guard like Trae Young and playing with a superstar power forward, Anthony Davis, and hope and pray to God that Brody is not injured.
With the first pick,
The Washington Wizards select
Darren Peterson out of Kansas. Why pick Darren Peterson? He is elite. So if we put AJ DeMonsa, I'm going to put AJ DeMonsa right here. I'm going to put Darren Peterson right here, right below him. But he has certain skills that's still better than AJ. Now, that's why I say it matters what team you play for. What's so unique about Darren Peterson for me is that he plays basketball so effortless. I watched his high school games, so many of them, him coming out of Ohio. Brody is just like a basketball guru on offense. He has defense also. This how I'm going to say it. With Kansas, he didn't have to be the man to be the man. Like, Brody came out there the first couple of games, balled out. He left for his reasons, I guess for creatine, that's what he says. But when he came back, in the games that he played, he brought something to that team that didn't require too much attention. He didn't have to say, give me the ball. He can play off the basketball. He can play with the basketball. He can score with both hands. His 3-point shot is probably the most in-game elite 3-point out of this whole draft class right here. So let's not talk about percentage. Let's talk about the difficulty and the shots that he made. It was just so elite. It was effortless. So if you put him in a mix with the Washington Wizards, just imagine him playing co-guard with Trae Young. Brody can be a 2-guard. And the thing about how this NBA works, it's not a game where it requires the truest point guard. Now, it's good to have a true point guard on your team, but if your point guards are true point guards who can score, like what I call like the hybrid guards, the James Hardens, those players actually excel a lot more. And Peterson is one of those individuals. It's like, what can't he do? Best person to compare his game to is Cade Cunningham. He can put a team on his back. He can do it. I just gotta really see Brody play a full game though. Like, I haven't seen a college game where he played a full game. This 2026 class, I think it might be the most stacked class I ever seen. We can't really say into the years after. Just like how I told people about the LeBron situation. Y'all not gonna get praise to LeBron until he retires. Y'all gonna have all these critiques, but when he retires, y'all gonna put him in a GOAT status. Y'all gonna put him as the GOAT. But to stay on topic, is this the greatest draft class that you guys ever seen? Let me know. Put down in the comments this draft class. Tell me, who would you draft number 1? Tell me what teams need what players, especially these top 10 teams. I need to know. I want to know, who would you choose if it was Memphis, Utah, Wizards, Bulls, Blazers, and especially the Nets. I don't know who to draft if I was the Nets. Like, help me understand.